wheel oil on this. Oh gosh!
Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video has taken me over 6 months to make, so I didn't do an intro. So here I am. This is the van after we've cleaned it down. The roof used to be black, so that was too gross to film. Betsey's going to be getting a full makeover. This is just a little touch-up that I'm showing you. I'm so excited to take you guys on this journey, and I hope that you will stick around and watch this transformation video. If you're new here and you want to support my channel, feel free to hit that like button or subscribe. It really does motivate me and help me out a lot, and I am definitely going to be doing some pretty cool van tours. And now I have my delicious coffee. Look at how cute this cup is. Look at it. Doesn't it remind you of something? Like one of my wood burnings? Hey, hey, hey. Alright, so now I've got my coffee. The one big difference with the V-Dub van is that it doesn't have cup holders. So my drive is, well, it's a risk. It's a thrill. We're gonna try and drive safely so that my coffee doesn't spill. But I bet you it will. I bet you it will spill and I will be uncomfortable, but that is okay. Betsey is a 1990 V-Dub van. She is a caravelle and she is a beautiful. Okay, so the things I have already done to this van. I have cleaned it from top to bottom. It's got a little bit of dirt still on the floor, so don't come for me in the comments. But the walls of this beautiful, beautiful van were filled with straw and hay and bugs and spiders. So that was fun. The roof, which I will show you in a second, was completely black. This van had sat for a little while and it has a very sad but very personal story attached to it. So Betsey was owned by my mum's best friend who got hit by a car, and after that his family couldn't sell the van to anyone who didn't love it. So it just sat. It sat for quite a few months, maybe even a year, and nobody really touched it. And one day they decided that they wanted to sell, and they offered it to my mum for a very reasonable price. And she has been wanting to remember our dear friend so much. So this is a collaborative van. I am doing it up, and my mum is helping me fund it. So I make wood burnings of large-scale endangered animals. Also, very artsy, I do pet portraits. If you're looking for a pet portrait and you live in Australia, commission's currently open. Can send wood anywhere in Australia. A little bit trickier when it comes to outside of Australia, but if you're willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with you. Neither here nor there. So, so what do I want to do with Betsey? I don't want to make Betsey into a livable camper van. I want her to be a weekend away sort of van, but also I can use her for my business. I want to be able to use Betsey as both a get-around van, so she does have 5 seats. Her back seat pulls out and pulls back in. I also want to be able to use her as a work vehicle for, say, if I start up markets, or if I want to take my large wood burnings to galleries and show them what I do. I want her to look top dollar, perfect, the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. So I'm actually going to be doing the entire thing very artistically. She is going to look so pretty. I can see it in my head, guys, and you will see it, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful. If anyone is from my Twitch stream, you know what I'm talking about when I say this stuff. I see it already up here. Now I just got to show you. I also want to have Betsey so that I can take you guys on my live streams and take you places. Be able to set up, sit in my lovely van, pull up to a gorgeous beach just like this one, and just have a nice day where I make art anywhere, absolutely anywhere. be able to take you guys on adventures. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We can adventure together. I'm going to have to fix this at some point, but she is being held up by an old mop. Yep. That's the one. Alright, I am off to the fabric section. I definitely didn't come here for my sheets because that stuff is expensive here. Like, this is fancy people's shop when it comes to all of the things. I mean, they have chickens on them, but I just can't. No, it's not the right look. Pro tip, ask somebody else to cut it for you. Okay, so I just met the loveliest lady at Spotlight. She was so nice, and she's the one who did those cuttings for me. I've got my fabric, but I kind of want to have a little walk around because when at Spotlight, why would you leave? Why would you only see the fabric section? So, what is going on with my hair? That did not help. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about as far as like doing it yourself. This cushion, super freaking cute. Super cute, would look great in the van. But for $40, I saw pretty much this exact same fabric for like $5 a meter over there. And this, I reckon I could do it, or something close to it. You know, that's the type of stuff I'm taking you on a journey for. Alright, so I'm gonna go into Kmart and I'm gonna find some cute bedding. Hopefully I don't get distracted. So I'm planning on putting this on the mattress that I've put in the back of the van and cutting it to size so that it can be a removable, cleanable sort of bed cover. Be able to fit it, it'll be lovely, we'll see.
But we don't need all that.
Alright, how long is she?
She's got to go to that crease there.
Now some of you might be wondering why we would take on such a job being a one-income household and a crazy artist. Well, let me just break it down for you. You don't start the whole van journey because of how much money it's going to cost or how much money it's going to save you. So far we have had to replace the water pump, we have had to replace all of the fuel lines, the brake pads, the electricity, wirings, all those sorts of things. What else? She broke down on the highway, so we had to replace all of the wires that went to the battery, which was fun. Almost died. Still here. But like, did I die though? You don't get into it because of you know, the cost effectiveness or anything. You get into it because you love it. And I want a cozy little place to just call my own, set up on the beach. It's just wonderful. And spend more time with my lovely husband. So it's been a long day shopping and I think I'm going to get to the DIYing and crafting tomorrow. I'm gonna order myself some chippies. I'm gonna go and sit on the beach. Yeah, back there. Gonna sit on the beach and just unwind. I will see you tomorrow for some crafting and then DIYs. First I started by sanding down the base of the back seat. It was very rusty. Then I washed it all and dried it, made sure that there wasn't any dirt left on there. I had to cover all of the rust areas with a primer, so that's what I'm spraying on, so that I could put that sleek glossy black over the top. Oh yeah. I had to try and make it as black as your soul, because mine's all bubbles. After that, we hired an actual cleaner. It sounded terrible. I began by cutting out my center panel. I didn't measure anything, so that becomes apparent later. I then made 4 equal panels that were the 2 sides of the center and the sides of the chair. Then I sewed them all together and I cut that into the shape of the chair, sewing the sides onto the end. I then found a way of threading elastic through the front and sewing elastic onto the back. I definitely didn't take more than 1 go trying to thread this. Definitely didn't. Okay, so I had to unpick everything I did yesterday and cut a strip off of this blue fabric. I also figured out that I can't cheat and just do 1 piece around it. It bubbles out instead of curving in like the seat. So I have to cut this into 3 panels. Well, I need to cut this into 2 and then add a 3rd panel. And sew this, and then I have to take it back out, slip it on, pin it, come back, hem everything, sew it, and then we're on to making the head cover and the back seat. So, let's do this. I did all that, but dancing was a lot more fun than actually recording. So, yep. I cut some stuff, I sewed some stuff, and I pretty much did the same stuff that I said that I did before.
That's not bad. Keeps it out of the way. You know what? It's not bad in here. Roomy. I could see myself working.
I drape the fabric and I pin the sides. I have to be able to use this 1 side panel so that I can actually still get into the back of my car if I don't want to go through the boot, which is what I'm currently doing, which is also why I had to cut it into 2 pieces. But basically I just made big sausages. Then I didn't really record the back seat, but here's me doing the final stitching. I just basically stuck a whole heap of panels that look like a canoe together. So here's the reveal. Guys, that's the before and after of my van. I hope that you really enjoyed it. I was going to put a tutorial in on how I made the seat covers, but the video got really long really quick. I really enjoyed making them and making the van feel travel worthy. Obviously it's not done yet, not 100%. I still need to replace these panels with wood and do my wood burnings on them. I'm gonna do more of these curtains because they were quite easy to make and they look so nice. And there's just a lot more that I would like to do, including I have teed up to be able to sand back and paint the van. So that should be really nice. She'll look beautiful. Betsey will be just so nice. It is very hot in here, hence why I look so gross, but you guys can deal with it, okay? I'm gonna go and jump in that water and it's gonna be great. But before I go, I'm gonna answer your questions that I asked on Instagram. If you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, you definitely need to. It's where I ask for your participation. I also have like just super awesome content. I asked you guys to ask me questions and I could do a little Q&A and see how it is. See how it's going. Lone Star Motor asked, some of your work reminds me of Wyland. What artists do you enjoy? Okay, so there are a couple of artists that I really like and really inspire me. I'm going to put their Instagrams just here. They are well worth a follow and a like, and of course they all do animals, and some of them are pyrography artists. But this is basically what my feed looks like. Florence Art Academy asked twice if I would love to study with them, and I think a blanket answer is I don't particularly want to study at an art school, any art school. I don't think that it would hold the value that it could for other people, for me personally. I don't think that I would be able to develop my art in the way that I want to if I was being taught by somebody else. Alex Beach asked again, how did you find your love for pyrography? Well, I got sick. I got sick and I had to go down to Melbourne, where I lived in a very small apartment, and undergo a lot of medical procedures, which were very invasive, and I was in a really dark place. I couldn't bring any of my art supplies. I didn't have anything really. So I went to Bunnings and I found the wood burning soldering iron kit, the one that I showed you in my tutorials. And they gave me a piece of scrap wood for free, and it just took off from there. Yeah, so then I moved on to the ply, and I just never looked back. I loved it. I loved it so much. Alright, Kaza. Now, Kaza797, I know that you're the one that cut my fabric for me. So yes, Kaza asked, will you be doing a van tour? She really wants to see it. Yes, I am planning on doing a couple of different videos so that I can show you my progress. Obviously, I'm an artist, I don't make a lot of money, but when I do have spare money, 100% goes into the van. Or my medicine, one of the two. So they're going to be few and far spread out, but I am very happy to have van tours just and update videos. If you want more van life videos and more travel videos where I can take you to nice places in Betsey, make sure that you leave a comment down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribble! Come on guys, support your girl. That Sharpie kid says it's not really a question, but your bird is cute. Chicken is adorable. Alex has asked another one. Filming by Alex. What made you start your YouTube channel, and how did you make your channel succeed the way you did? I don't particularly think that my YouTube channel is exceeding any massive expectations. I think that I have a very select group of people who genuinely support me, and I am very lucky. I reckon that you need your support network, a group of people that you can rely on to always lift you up, and then it doesn't matter if you only get 5 views on a YouTube video or if you get 100 views on a YouTube video. Making sure that you have the right people watching and supporting you is all the difference. Doesn't matter how much success I have in the world, if I don't have the people that I value and love supporting me, then what's the point? Also, what made me start my YouTube channel? I am constantly creating, always constantly creating, and I figured I should probably be showing people what I'm doing and making new friends and creating a little community of people that can really enjoy hanging around and being ourselves, you know? And the last question here comes from Amy Eliza Art. Amy Eliza Art just screams at me, I want to be at the beach. Well, beach, here we go.